In this episode, we navigate the complex world of hormone imbalances and the profound effects endocrine disruptors can have on our bodies. From everyday products that contain these disruptors to actionable advice on minimizing exposure, the discussion is packed with informative insights that cater to everyone's wellness. Unlock the secrets and join the collective's waiting list. By joining the waitlist at thediscoverydoc.com, you'll become an insider, getting insight, knowledge, and perks only available to this list. Don't miss out on the chance to receive regular updates on our progress and launch times for courses and community. Get insider tips and resources delivered directly to your mailbox to enhance your wellness journey. And also get exclusive offers and early access to the collective. Join the waitlist today and become part of the collective's inner circle. Your wellness journey awaits. Visit thediscoverydoc.com and click, yes, I want to be an insider. Welcome back to the Discovery Doc podcast. I'm your host, medical mystery overachiever, Anna Kate, alongside my co-host, Dr. Cece, Doctor of Nursing Practice. We're headed back to episode 14 this week, and here are your 3 key discoveries. Discovery number 1, endocrine disruptors are everywhere. Discovery number 2, the impact of minor exposures. And discovery number 3, holistic approaches to health. So as you listen, how does this episode resonate with your current lifestyle? Are there any changes you can implement today to reduce your exposure to these harmful chemicals? Sometimes understanding starts with personal reflection. And don't forget, you can go back and listen to the full discussion of episode 14.
And then women, just so many women with abnormal periods. And this was way prior to COVID. COVID has definitely amplified it, where I'm seeing an increase in reproductive issues post-COVID, as well as shorter menstrual cycles, irregular, heavier periods, more clotting, things like that. But it definitely wasn't new. That's been going on for years and years and years and years. And there's so many aspects of it. So I don't want to minimize all the things that can impact your hormones, because there are so darn many. But we are simply going to start talking about endocrine disruptors and how we can make changes in daily life to reduce that exposure.
Are you or do you know a mother-to-be? Transform your pregnancy and postpartum journey with the Ultimate Pregnancy and Postpartum Guide. Discover a wealth of essential resources and practical tips for healthy and joyful experience. This 30-page comprehensive guide is packed with must-have supplements, safe healing modalities, nourishing recipes, and expert advice to support you during pregnancy and beyond. This guide includes 2 exclusive bonuses. Bonus number 1, Home Birth Essentials Checklist. Ensure a smooth and stress-free home birth experience. Bonus number 2, Navigating Mastitis Naturally. Explore natural remedies to alleviate discomfort and promote healing. Don't miss out on this invaluable resource. Download the Ultimate Pregnancy and Postpartum Guide today and embrace a holistic approach to motherhood.
What's an endocrine? My joke. Why is it so disruptive?
Yes. So endocrine disrupting chemicals are chemicals that mimic or block our ability or interfere with our ability to produce our own hormones, which are part of the endocrine system. Right? Those hormones are needed to maintain things like our cycle and our period, and produce progesterone and testosterone and all these other hormones that are essential for our health. Yeah, endocrine glands are all over the body. So a lot of people think that there's just like 1 or 2, but they're all over the body, and they produce hormones that act as like these signaling molecules after they're released into the circulatory. Little messengers, essentially, are what they are. And our hormones are dependent on this messaging system because it controls a ton of our biological processes like growth, fertility, development, reproduction. Arguably somewhat important, right? Somewhat important. So what happens in our body is these hormones, they act in very, very small amounts. So we don't get these like massive, wild influxes of hormones, but little tiny adjustments is what they respond to. And so when we have minor disruptions in those levels, it can cause major impact. Exactly. And basically they're finding that they're indestructible. You can't get rid of them. You can't take them out of anything. Phthalates are another big one that we see a lot in personal care products, cosmetics, things like that, and triclosan as well. The list goes on and on and on. It's just a matter of small little things in everyday life that contain these chemicals. It bioaccumulates. And if we go back to what we were saying earlier, where minor adjustments cause major havoc, then your minor shampoo can cause major product, right? That's what it's about. It's making those better decisions to remove that toxic burden or that toxin load in something that you can control. What you can control, what's in your home. That's my biggest thing. Everything else I try not to stress about and go down rabbit holes.
We talked about this before, is that you can't live in the bubble of I'm not going to be exposed to anything ever.
Right. Because it's just not real life.
Right. So go enjoy life, but make the best decisions when you make it. And sometimes you will have options to be really crappy things. There is a lesser evil of one of them.
Yes.
Pick that one.
And that's why I always say a better option. So like when I do some of these posts that are like, oh, non-toxic or better options at Kroger, whatever it is. And someone will be like, wait, but I thought this one is not as good as this. And I'm like, yes, but the one that you're saying is not available at that store. Right. So even amongst wherever you shop, wherever you go, like Anna Kate just said, there's always a better option within that store that you can choose.
Turn and learn. You don't have to go to 6,000 different.
No.
I feel like I do that.
Unless you're psycho like me.
Yeah. And me. I go to like 4 different stores. I mean, it is the thing of you like what you like, but it's also what's good for you and what's good for your family.
Mm-hmm. And what's available, what's convenient. There's price differences in a lot of these things. So it's just about making the best decision that you can make to what's available to you. The other things that are important with seeing a functional medicine doctor, if you have any sort of hormonal imbalance, is your gut. Your gut is so important.
It is.
Your gut health.
Your second brain.
It is your second brain. It's linked to your first brain. That's how important it is. But if you want to get rid of any opportunistic organisms and you want to diversify the gut microbiome, your gut is where we absorb all of our nutrients that you need to produce in order to produce hormones. So you got to absorb all those good nutrients that you're either, eating or consuming or taking in supplement form to then help build those hormones. So gut health is wildly important when it has to do with hormones. If you're not breaking down and absorbing the nutrients that you're eating properly, then you won't have the building blocks that you need for those hormones. And for your thyroid too, not just sex hormones, not just testosterone, progesterone, and estrogen, but also your thyroid.
Yeah.
That's important as well.
Yeah. Right. How? Yeah.
Cortisol too. People forget that cortisol is a hormone, but that's in there too. Cortisol, it is your stress hormone, and it's produced by our adrenal gland. And it also produces DHEA, which is a parent to testosterone. So they're all intercorrelated, where if we're not taking care of our adrenal glands, then we're not producing enough DHEA, which means our testosterone is probably low, which usually means our cortisol is way jacked up.
Bad mood.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening and being part of the Discovery Doc community. Your health journey is uniquely yours, but you don't have to walk it alone. Together, let's raise awareness, share stories, and empower one another on the path of healing and well-being. See you next time on the Discovery Doc podcast. Before you go, this is the part where we have to get a little serious. Just a little. Please remember that the information shared in this podcast is for general informational and entertainment purposes only. While we strive to provide accurate and helpful information, we're not here to replace your doctor or healthcare provider. Think of us as your friendly health enthusiast gal pals who love sharing what we know, but always remember to consult with a qualified medical professional before taking any action based on the content of this podcast. And just like the Pirates Code, this disclaimer may change from time to time, so be sure to check back for updates. Stay healthy, stay happy, and don't forget to laugh. It's good for you.